Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare medieval ravioli from Anonimo Toscano's Libro della Cucina and the Liber de Cucina, both written in the 14th century. We start with the ingredients. We need a pork loin, pork belly, cheese, cool fat, aromatic herbs, savory and rosemary, and spices, ginger, white pepper, cloves, and grains of paradise. We mince ginger, aromatic herbs, cheese, pork loin, and pork belly, and grind white pepper, cloves, and grains of paradise. Although the medieval authors called them ravioli, today we would use the word meatballs. In fact, ravioli is a more complex term than commonly thought, and historically it includes different types of preparations. In the case of medieval cuisine, it refers to a pasta dish or meatballs wrapped in cold fat. Renaissance authors such as Panunto in La Singolare Dottrina use the term ravioli nudi, naked ravioli, which are prepared without cold fat. They can be made with or without meat, and it's interesting that a meatless version called nudi still exists today in the Tuscan culinary tradition. You can also use these ingredients to stuff pasta or cook these meatballs without wrapping them in cold fat, although it adds a lot of flavor to the dish. According to the medieval authors, this filling can also be used for stuffing sausages, pork tripe, or a torta, which is a type of pie. To learn how to make medieval stuffed pasta or a torta, check out the links to the videos in the description below. We mix all the ingredients with 2 pinches of salt. Then we shape the meatballs and wrap them in cold fat. We used about 400 grams of pork loin, 100 grams of pork belly, and 100 grams of cheese. But you can change the ratio according to your taste. Cheese is optional, since it appears only in the Liber de Cucina. We used Scamorza, but Parmigiano or Pecorino would be perfect. As for the meat, you can use the type you prefer. The Liber de Cucina mentions pork, but Anonimo Toscano writes to use pork fat and other meat. In general, it's a good idea to mix lean and fat meats for an excellent result. Neither recipe specifies which herbs to use, so choose the ones you prefer. Some of the most common herbs used in medieval cooking are parsley, marjoram, fennel, dill, mint, and other Mediterranean herbs. As for the spices, the Liber de Cucina suggests pepper and saffron, whereas Anonimo Toscano doesn't give any instructions, so you can use whatever you prefer. If you're interested in medieval cuisine, we recommend reading our translations, Libro della Cucina, Medieval Tuscan Recipes, and Registrum Cuquine, a medieval cookbook. The translations of the Liber de Cucina and Panunto's La Singolare Dottrina, along with several other translations of primary sources and articles about historical food, can be found on our Patreon page. We melt some lard in a pan and cook the meatballs. To learn more about meat and cereals throughout history, check out our books in the series Early Italian Recipes, which can be read in any order, and include recipes from the Antiquity to the end of the Renaissance. The volume on meat treats fresh and cured meats, with preparations for roasts, stews, steaks, meatballs, and sausages, whereas the book on cereals includes recipes for bread, pasta, pies, pizza, and much more. In the description below, you'll find a list of our books on historical cooking along with the links to buy us a beer and purchase our merchandise to support our work. These meatballs were incredible and full of flavor, with the delicate aromas of the spices and herbs, blending perfectly with the meat and cheese, enhanced by the delicious fragrance of the coal fat. This is a preparation that deserves to be tried in many versions, with many different types of meat, spices and herbs, as well as used to experiment with other dishes, including stuffed pasta, sausages and pies. A dish worthy of being prepared not only in a medieval banquet, but also in a traditional Italian meal, for an authentic culinary experience. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.